Morning, everybody. Right then, I'm off to the allotment. I haven't been for months. I don't know what I'm going to find when I get there, but it's time to go up. I've been working hard. I've been doing quite a few hours at work, and basically, I just haven't had time to go up. And you know what I mean? I've got to provide for my family first and foremost. So now I've happened to have a day off. I'm going to finish my apple, allotment apple, have a cup of coffee and go up and see what we face. Well, I know I'm walking towards it. Bearing in mind, this has been a few months since I've been here, so just having an initial look, I feel like I've sort of took a massive step back here. There my tomatoes. My wife has been up and took crop, don't get me wrong, we haven't just left it to go to rack and ruin, but you know, I can't just strawberries. I can't work, earn extra money for my family and things like that and be up at the allotment, but there just needs to be a balance. This greenhouse needs a complete clear out, look. One thing, the Brussels are looking all right. Get those uncovered. Weeds, look at all them flower things what are growing there. Look at all the weeds here, unbelievable. But yeah, so as you know from my previous videos, we want to eat non-processed food, what's organic and good for you, not this crap what you get there from the supermarket, what's got no nutrients or anything in it. So I still want my allotment. Look at this greenhouse here. Oh dear. I still want my allotment, obviously, but I've took a massive step back and I need to press on with it, get it back to how it was, and you know, the beans, they can be taken down. Two conversations at the moment, isn't they? As you can see, leek's looking all right. Leeks there. Yeah, so I have covered this top bit up. I have done a bit of pottering up here, to be fair. Just before I was doing extra hours at work, and this is looking quite tidy. I sorted out the top bit but didn't do a video for it. So this top bit's actually all right. These cabbages need picking, they're going rotten. They need covering over. But yeah, I was saying, yeah, I've taken a big step back. I've got to crack on and get it back to how it was. And we just want to eat properly, not this processed rubbish or everything with all different chemicals in it and everything like that. As you know from the previous videos, these supermarkets, they're not there for your own benefit. The big corporations what are there to make money, and we use butchers, independent butchers, locally sourced, and try and use our own fruit and veg. So to achieve that, I need this allotment, and so I'm going to crack on with it. First job, this bed here is full of potatoes, so before it starts getting frosty and destroys them all, I'm going to dig them up. Well, guys, this has taken me a lot longer than I thought. Got quite a few already. I've only done 2 rows. So what I'm finding is, obviously it's full of weeds, and I'm having to dig over the area where the potato actually is, in case I've missed any. So it's a very slow process. It isn't just like digging a bed. And as you can see, I've only done that little bit there, which is about a quarter of it, well, a third of it, I suppose. So yeah, I'm just about to dig up another one. I left these in too long, really, because they've too dried off, and some of the potatoes have got like holes in them now. But I'm going to use this bed as my potato bed. I was reluctant to do that originally. That's why I tried doing them in big tubs, but they didn't really work as I expected. So the reason being is because you can never get all the potatoes up. You're going to have some growing again next year. You're going to have some volunteer potatoes. So this bed is going to be specifically for my potato bed in future. The variety I've got for next year, I've already ordered them. Are like sort of disease resistant, blight resistant, and such like. So hopefully that will eliminate the scab in that one I'm getting. But the majority of them are actually all right. They look lovely. So this is, as you can see here, that was a potato. So I'm just about to dig it up. Hopefully there'll be quite a few on it to prove my point to you. He says. There we go. That in there, and as I'm going along, I'm just pulling out the weeds, putting them in a separate bag. But as I say, you got to like sort of, it's not just a matter of digging once. You got to go really deep and like dig all around it and everything, which one area it's taking like 10 minutes to do. Didn't actually many on one. That's typical because they're showing that. The other ones that I'm digging out, I was getting like 3 times as many as that. So with this being my designated potato bed, you say you can't grow the same things in the same bed. Well, I have, and it's worked on other things. So what I'm going to do, after giving this a really good dig, because to ensure it's got the right nutrients and everything like that in, I'm going to give it a right good covering of manure from my friend at the farm. She'll still let me have some and drop it off for me, and I'll just fill it all the way to the top and manure. And then before I'm ready to plant the potatoes, I'll give it another dig over, because to be fair, this bed is quite soft and it goes quite deep. The other one, look, it goes and it's still all nice and fluffy right deep down. Ideal for potatoes. Just get these up. Right, I'll just jump ahead to this for the sake of the camera. Let's see what we got here. There we go, this is better. Look at these. No scab, no holes in them. They're actually perfect then. Pull the weeds out as you go along. So you get the idea. How long it's taken me to do this, I don't think I can get much more done than this actual potato bed, but I'm determined to do it because last year I got fed up with doing the bed beside me and I left off of it. By the time I come back to it, it's suddenly gone frosty. So then when I come to digging it, it took me literally 5-6 times as long to do than if I persevered like this time of year just before it goes frosty and just got it done. So I regretted that. So I'm going to make sure I do get this whole bed done, and then it's another one completed, even if I don't get much more done on the plot. Right, I'm looking to my left. Despite saying that, I made the executive decision to leave this simply because I don't know what I've done, but I dug something and I've got a load of wasps around me, and I mean like those big yellow things trying to get into the soil and what they call. I don't like them, and they just suddenly appeared. So I don't know whether it disturbs something or what, but I'm going to leave that till next time I come up. Not willing to risk it. So my job is not so much making the plot look nice and dandy and tidy, but to rescue what I've already sown and protect what's already growing. It's dead easy to pick up a load of weeds and say, oh, look how nice that looks. Now I've done that, which cleaning out the greenhouse desperately needs doing, I get that. But things like this, the obvious one is here. These are my cabbages, what hopefully be ready for Christmas. And the wind blew off the cover. Gotta do that. These here, I don't know if they'd be all right or not, these cabbages. I'm going to harvest these, take them home and let my missus do her magic with them, see if she can rescue any of them and get them in the freezer. One more thing, come with me. Watch the wasp. Here's here. I've got my Brussels sprouts for Christmas. I need to sort them out really. Get that netting off and chop the tops off and pull some of the leaves off and just see where we are actually with the Brussels sprouts. I don't know if they're blowing, I've left them too long or what, but I'll not know till I start uncovering it. So yeah, there's that job. And last but not least, purple sprout and broccoli for Christmas. That's pulling that off. There's just pulling the netting up. So I'm gonna put a bigger netting around that. Again, these are the things what need doing rather than the weeding. I'm gonna see if I can put that netting what was going to be on what is on the Brussels sprouts now over that purple sprout and broccoli. I may be too wide. I think it is too wide, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do with it. Right, let's get on with it then. Right, let's get these uncovered. Ugh. I know you can't see me, but you're looking at the produce, aren't you? Ugh. I don't know if they'll be all right or not, to be fair. Hopefully they will. Right, you see what I'm doing here. Just got my little mini saw. Look at that for a cabbage. But I've noticed may be a bit rotten inside. Excuse me. Sadly, this hasn't gone to plan. I've cut one in half, and you can see it's not looking very good in the middle. It's that sort of rot. I don't want to give people bad belly. So, unfortunately, the Savoy cabbage, the summer one, which I should have harvested ages ago, has not materialised. But I've got some winter ones in for Christmas. Right, I hope you can see this. Whoa. This is the last job for today because I'm sort of been here quite a few hours and I'm getting a little bit tired now. I've got work again next day, so but I want to do these. I've got it on auto framing, so I just hope it picks up what I want it to pick up because you're quite high up. So anyway, I'm going to uncover these. Let's get my gloves. There we go. You can cut these tops off apparently. If you cut the tops off, it stops them growing. But I've seen on other allotments where on the other plots they haven't got covered anymore, so I'm going to leave mine uncovered. I'll leave the frame up for time being and just take the netting down. So what I plan to do is to get rid of all the dead leaves and see where we're at with them. So let's take one off. I have no idea. I might go and seek some advice of a fellow. Oh dear. I'm not sure about these guys. The top ones look awesome. Here, look. They look bang on, but the bottom ones don't look so good. Yeah, apparently chop this top off here and it stops them growing and it concentrates just on the actual Brussels sprout themselves. But I think those, how much whitefly I've got. I'm going to tie it, actually I'm going to leave this frame up and tie it to that because they don't like being moved about. Right. Right then guys, let's just grab this. I've seeked some advice. Ooh, hello. Of somebody who's been doing this a lot longer than me and knows a lot more about it. This is what he said. To basically take all the leaves off, chop the tops off and leave them in. Don't pull them all off and put them in the freezer, because when you put them in the freezer, it basically takes they don't taste the same afterwards, and just pick them as I need them. And also, if I picked them before the first frost, just put them in the freezer, not for storage, but just for an hour, and it enhances the taste. Sorry about that. So now, I'm just gonna take all the leaves off, tidy them up a bit, and chop the tops off. Well then, everybody, I've done them. Don't look the prettiest of things. The sprouts are alright. I mean, round the edge, tidying up in that. But as I say, my main objective first is to get the crop ready, so I don't lose it, and pick the crop what needs picking again, so it didn't go over. They're looking alright to me. The guy across the road who's got more experience, like I've already said, he says just leave them and pick them as you want. As long as you've got them by the end of January, they'll be fine. Right, I also said about the purple sprout and broccoli. I've already done that rather than videoing it, because all I'm doing is netting it. Like so. I put a big net on so it's rolled up at the side, so as it grows I can just simply put some bigger canes in the tubes and lift it up, you see. Well, yeah, they're looking sort of alright, if you know what I mean. I'm not convinced, but there you go. Hang on, guys. Sorry to walk round again. Just to recap, really. My potatoes. Let's go up. See if the wasps are gone. That's my potato bed. All nicely dug there. Just got that bit to do. The cabbages, I wasn't going to risk them, so they're in the compost bin. The other cabbages for the Savoys for hopefully Christmas, I think they're going to need all on doing a bit more growing than what I've got, for so they'd be ready for Christmas. If not, it's going to be January, February time, isn't it? But hopefully Christmas with the Brussels sprouts and carrots and taters and that, so we can have a Christmas dinner. Yeah, and what I've already shown you. Hang on a minute. What I was going to do, to be honest, I was going to mention a few things about what's been happening in our country and the world as a whole since the last done the video. It's been absolutely phenomenal. Things like Charlie Kirk being killed, 3 million people going to London to support free speech, these digital IDs, what they planning on bringing out, you know, stuff like that. I think people can guess my views on things like that from little things I say on my allotment channel, but I was going to talk about them, but I've only got a few minutes left in my memory of my phone. So what I'm going to do a separate video of that, probably call it, you know, Charlie Kirk digital ID, and put my views across, and you know, just be a voice against against digital ID, by the way, and the impact Charlie Kirk's actually had on my life and many thousands, if not millions, of others also. But before I go, it would be wrong of me to recognise that today, being the 7th of October, it's 2 years since Israel got invaded by Hamas terrorists. So I just want to say, I'll mention that on the other videos well more in depth. I just want to say that I stand with the Jewish people. I'm a Christian. I believe my Bible, and it's just an absolute disgrace that the government, weak, pathetic government, has recognised the state of Palestine. How they can do that, I don't know. It's like Derby invading Nottingham, raping children, taking them hostage, beheading people, still holding them 2 years later, and then the government recognises Derby as a state, you know, in the same political terms, obviously, and it's basically rewarding them. I'm not going to go on too much now, but as a Bible believing Christian, I stand with Israel, and I just want my support to the people who watch me, basically, and the Jewish people, if they come across this, to know, you know, guys, we're praying for you, we stand with you, and nothing would deter that. Anyway, thank you for watching. God bless. Stay safe, because it's getting rough out there. Stay very safe.